Today we've had one of our regular forums with the theme of Apprenticeship Levy, but that's been quite wide-ranging. We've gone through the changing landscape of education in the UK with regard to apprenticeships. We've looked at the opportunities, we've looked at the way that apprenticeships are structured, and we've looked at the way that developed training can provide appropriate services and training to our clients.
As always, people come with their own war stories, people come with their own concerns. The presentations from Darren, from Steve and from Simon really set the scene and created some really good discussion.
The Apprenticeship Levy has been created in the UK to assist the quantity of apprenticeships increasing with a target of 3 million apprenticeships by 2020. It's been overrun by the Institute for Apprenticeships, and it's to assist bridging the industry skills gap.
I'm very keen on the levy. I'm a very enthusiastic supporter of it. The challenge that we've got is putting the planning in the first place. I think it's fantastic that we can use it not only for new employees but for upskilling our existing employees. The challenge that we've got is how to make it so that it's very relevant to what our people need to develop in the workplace.
Most organisations, for me, they're certainly going to ask themselves the question, have I got the support mechanisms in place to actually take apprentices on? It's a case of, have I actually got the right mentors and work teams in place we can actually put some of the apprentices with? There's no point in saying if I've actually got an operational workforce of 50 and I want to take 100 apprentices on, it's just not going to work. But it might use me levy up, but at the end of the day I can't physically manage that number of people.
Our organisation has now appointed a dedicated team to manage the whole levy implementation of the use of the money and how it might benefit the business. They went out to the operational teams to assess, after some guidance and some training, how that might be used in the business, how we might benefit from it. That enabled us to then start to put together the numbers of people who we may need and the skills we might need, and what potentially how we could upskill people, how we could improve their opportunities in the business too.
Our first ever apprentice signed up, and we are working with a lot of the major organisations in the industry to look at how we can incorporate their employees, current employees, where we can upskill, but also new starts for their businesses. So we have to be sensible about how we approach this. It can't be everything all at once because we won't be able to manage it effectively. And there's also the consideration of the levy. How much have employers got in their levy pot? How much can they actually then outlay to providers? So there's a whole raft of consideration. We need to do various inductions to make sure that the people that are actually mentoring and supervising the apprentices on our customer site are capable and competent to do so effectively.
I think we actually need to engage with external providers to make sure that they are on message for us, and indeed the product that they deliver meets our needs.
I think it's best if businesses see it as an opportunity, as an investment in staff rather than a threat. I know some people have described it as like a mild tax, but I certainly see it as putting investment into staff, both new staff and existing staff, to be able to upskill those staff members and make sure that they're ready for the jobs of the future.
Endpoint Assessment is the new assessment for apprenticeship standards. What happens is depending on the standard, the new apprenticeship standard, you have a knowledge assessment, a potential technical interview, and also a trade test. The Endpoint Assessment is the last 3 to 6 months of the apprenticeship. We will manage the independent assessors to come out and test that individual on what they've learned over their apprenticeship.
I think one of the great opportunities here is to network with other people and to recognise that that us being in supply chain, we're not a threat to people at the end of the day. We'll put an event like this on as a way for us to get as much information as to how people perceive the challenges that are in the training market today. And I hope that they leave with the knowledge more so that they can pick up the phone anytime and have a discussion with us. It's not all about selling training. At the end of the day, there's a total wraparound service to be offered here.